understand, one, where are we versus where we said we would be, and two, why are we at where we are versus where we said we were going to be. And I think that's really kind of where this finalization comes into place. And I think communication is really key here, because communication is your opportunity to get all of your employees in your organization engaged in what the objectives are to what you need to do. And that includes, in my mind, that includes if you have people on an assembly line, they need to know, what the business goal is. And as much as like the CEO does, because at the end of the day, they have as much of a stake in it as anyone else, because they're helping drive the results, because they understand, what their actions do to drive the overall piece for the puzzle. And I think that's key, because the more ownership you can drive to every level of the business, I think the better you're going to have, not just results, but I think you're also going to have a better process going forward for future budgets. And I think the other thing that's important to that is it's not just an internal. At that point, when you have a finalized budget, you can now communicate to whatever level that you want. I mean, to your customers and to your end consumers. And that way, they really have an expectation of, why are you growing? How much do you expect to grow? If you have vendors or suppliers that give you inputs, you can have them now kind of set up their supply chains, if you will, of what you're expecting and what you need to grow. Because if you don't have an idea on all those pieces, you can come up with the greatest budget in the world, but you need to have your customers on board ready to be able to buy your good or service. You need to have your vendors ready to supply you with whatever you might need. And I think this also gives